Hey guys, ran across this structure. Actually, there's a series of structures out here, and I don't know exactly what took place in each building. So I'm going to show you which building as we go along throughout the day. There's a lot of graffiti because of what the people have come out here and done to it. But in 1963, NASA awarded a company called Aerojet a $3 million contract to work with them on some projects. I don't know to the extent and exactly what the projects were, except for some sort of propulsion, liquid versus solid fuel type things. That's really all I know. Obviously, it has since closed. There are numerous buildings on this property, and I'm going to show what I can to you. Before I go inside this first one here, I just want to point out that I do not know what happened in each building. I have no clue. And that's it. So let's go forward real quick and take a look at this. You can see that the people come on here and put a lot of graffiti on here. But this is a very tall building, as you can see here. And there's a girder system up top where stuff could have been brought in here. I don't know if this is like a vehicle assembly building or something. One of the original thoughts and ideas was that whatever they did here would be put on barges, because there's canals around all these buildings, and then the product either coming to or out of would go back to Cape Canaveral, which is not around the corner, so I'm still trying to figure that part out. But there's a big tall set of doors and a smaller set of doors. So, but if they build something in here, I don't know how they got it out. Let me come into this building here, also a very tall building, and this one actually has a pulley up top. A hydraulic lift that slid across a beam, and not as high doors as the other side here, but so maybe as we go around and look at some of these buildings, we'll understand more of what they did here. There's a very interesting compound that's protected by barbed wire on the inside, not the outside, the inside, like they were trying to prevent something from getting out. So I'm interested in what that was. All right, so this is one of the first buildings here. I'll show this to you on the outside real quick, and then we'll move on to the next building. Also, there's a hole in the floor here. So this is kind of an definitely interesting first start to this. Endeavor here. Outside. And let's go around to the front of this building real quick. And sorry about that. I'll show you what the outside of the building looks like. Get a little quick sun glare, so if you do, apologize, but there's a smaller building here that looks like it just held something. There's nothing inside of it now. So here's the outside of the building. All right, so I want to go move on and see what the other buildings hold. All right, another part of this first building here has these raised platforms in it that looks like they have hinges on them, which is kind of weird on all the sides, but it's also got a big air handling system in it. And it's got some controls in it. It actually might be an old, looks like a or trash compactor of sorts, or an oven or something. See here it says tower pump, refrigeration controls. And then it's just kind of a dark room here, so can't really tell you too much about that room, except for there is some wiring over here. So I don't know. So anyways, let's continue on here. Okay, so this is another building ran across out here. Let's take a quick gander at this one. You can see the building off there in the distance. Not the one right in front of us here, but the one off in the distance, that's the one we were just in a second ago. So let's go up in this one here and see if we can make anything out in here. What transpired here. This is a lot larger building. There's a big scale in here. So in here they weighed something. There's another hole in this one. This one's got water in it. It's very dark in this one. And all of these little rooms with no lights in them or anything. It's a pass through from one room to another. That's very low. And this looks outside. Very interesting. Once again, I have no idea, aside from what's readily available online as far as what they did here for NASA. Other than that, what you see will be up for you to decide for yourself. And it goes down pretty deep. Very, very interesting. All right, I'm going to move on. Okay, we've approached building 3 now. Give you a glimpse into each one of the different rooms here and see if you can see anything interesting. This particular building looks like it's a main hallway and there's rooms on either side. And there's some pipes going to each room. As you can see here, there's some pipes feeding each one of these rooms. So actually, those are electrical pipes that feed power boxes on the outside of each one of these rooms, which is interesting. This might be in some office space in here. It's got a drop ceiling. That looks like maybe a cooler or chiller unit out there, possibly. This building might have been office space. Each one of these rooms has electrical with a panel on the outside of it, which is interesting for office space, but regardless. Or each one has a door that closes and locks too. This could have been a lab building. Sort of lab. They're all about the same. Okay.
Mine has like pulleys in the ceiling. Do you see them?
Yeah. All right, so this is building 3. We've got 3 or 4 more to hit real quick. So let's go check it out.